Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 3 of summer school. We have been working on place value and finding the value of digits, and today we're going to be comparing numbers using greater than, less than, or equal to. Okay, so remember, whenever we're comparing numbers and we're drawing these signs, think about an alligator's mouth. We want the alligator to eat the largest number. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. We're going to go through all of these together just so that we can figure out what sign we're going to use. So let's start with this one. I have 545 and 534. You're always going to start with the number in the highest place value. So for this one, our highest place value is the hundreds place, so we're going to start in the hundreds place. Right here I have 5. Right here I have 5. They're the same, so I can't really compare them. I have to go to the next place value, which is the tens place, and compare that number. So here I have 4, and here I have 3. Which do you think is larger? If you said 4, you are correct. 4 is the largest number, which means I already know which way my sign is going to go. So I'm going to come right here. Which way is the alligator going to open his mouth? Is it going to be to 545 or 534? If you said 545, you are correct. We want that alligator to eat that large number. That's really small, so I think I'm just going to draw it. Actually, let's make this bigger. Perfect. All right. Now let's go ahead and go on to the next one. Let's see if I can move this. Nope. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. Here we go. We're going to put it right here. Not where I want it. Right here in the middle so that we can see it. Much better. Okay. Now let's go ahead and go on to the next number. We have 882 and 828. Remember, we always start with the largest place value, so we're going to look at the hundreds place. In 882, we have an 8 in the hundreds place. When I look at 828, I also have an 8 in the hundreds place, so I can't really figure out which is larger by looking at the hundreds place, which means I now need to go down to the tens place. So in 882, I have an 8 in the tens place, and in 828, I have a 2 in the tens place. Which number do you think is larger, 8 or 2? If you said 8, you're correct. So now I want you to tell me, is the alligator going to eat 882 or 828? If you said 882, you are correct. Remember, our alligator always eats the largest number. Okay, let's go ahead and go over here. We have 344 and 423. Okay, remember we always start with the highest place value. That's our hundreds place. So let's look here. 344 has a 3 in the hundreds place. And 423 has a 4 in the hundreds place. Which number is larger, 3 or 4? If you said 4, you're correct. So now I want you to tell me, is the alligator going to eat 344 or 423? Remember, our alligator always wants to eat the largest number, so if you said 423, you are correct. Okay, now let's move down to our next row. We have 674 and 676. I start with my largest place value, so I'm going to start with my hundreds. I have a 6 in my hundreds place for 674, and I have a 6 in my hundreds place for 676. They're both the same, so that doesn't tell me anything. That means I have to go to my tens place. So let's go to the tens place. I have a 7 in the tens place in 674, and in 676, I also have a 7 in my tens place. That means that my tens place is not giving me any new information, so now I have to go down to my ones place. In my ones place here, I have a 4. In my ones place in 676, I have a 6. Which number do you think is larger, 4 or 6? If you said 6, you're correct. So which way do we want our alligator mouth to face? That's right. We always want our alligator to have the biggest meal it can have, so we're going to have it eat 676. Okay, we're only going to do these 2 more just because I want to make sure that you guys have plenty of time to practice and I'm not taking up too much time with this video. So, we have 656 and 562. Remember, we always look at which place value? That's right, the highest place value. And for this number, or for these numbers, our highest place value is the hundreds place. So let's see. What number do we have in the hundreds place for 656? That's right, we have a 6. Now let's go over to 562. What number do we have in the hundreds place here? That's right, we have a 5. So which number is larger, 6 or 5? Yes, 6 is our larger number. So which way is the alligator's mouth going to face? Is it going to eat 656 or 562? You guys are super smart. Our alligator wants to eat that 656 because that is our larger number and we have a hungry alligator. Okay, now let's look at 644 and 624. What number do we have in our hundreds place here in 644? Yeah, we have a 6. And what number do we have in our hundreds place over here in 624? That's right, we also have a 6. So we know that our hundreds place doesn't really tell us anything. So we're going to go on to our next place value, which is what? That's right, our tens place. So in 644, what number do we have in our tens place? Yep, we have 4. And in 624, what number do we have in our tens place? That's right, we have a 2. So thinking big, which number is larger, 4 or 2? Yeah, 4 is our larger number. So which way is the alligator going to face? What number is he going to eat? Yep, 644, that's our biggest number, and so that's what we want our alligator to eat. Okay, I want us to slide down here. Here we have 287 and 287. We're going to start with our largest place value that we have. And here we're working with hundreds, so that's our largest place value. What number do I have in my hundreds place in 287 here? Yeah, a 2. What about here? What number do I have in my hundreds place? Also a 2. Awesome. So we know that our hundreds place doesn't tell us anything. We're going to go to our tens place. What number do I have in my tens place on this side? Yep, an 8. And what about on this side? Also an 8. That means that our tens place doesn't tell us anything. So now we know we have to go down to our ones place. So what's in our ones place on this side? 7, that's right. And what's in our one place on this side? Also 7. Well, we don't have any more place values to look at. We've looked at all 3 of the place values given to us. And all the numbers are the same. So that must mean what? Yep, our numbers are equal. And if our numbers are equal, that means we're going to put an equal sign there. Okay? Now, I'm going to let you guys go on and do your own work. Remember, we're doing IXL lessons. I will have them underneath the starred recommended. If you guys have any questions or are confused, please make sure you come to my office hours at 10, okay? I hope you guys have an awesome day and good luck learning your comparing numbers.